Hey gang, it's Bryan from FXBilliards. Today we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to take some of the must-have pool shots that you've seen in previous videos and put them all together in a couple 9-ball runs that you guys can try on your own. In the second half of the video, I'll talk in even more detail about some of these shots, how you can go about making them, but they are all from previous videos and the 5 must-have pool shots archives. So let's get started. So this first layout starts with a very difficult draw shot. That is a long draw shot, low left hand spin to get the cue ball around the table, nudge the 9-ball, and get position on the 2, which is at the opposite end of the table. If you try this run and you don't have that shot in your game, you haven't developed it yet, give yourself ball in hand to get from the 1 to the 2. So now we're just going to lob this down table because the 5, 6, and 7 are laid out for us in what a lot of you will recognize as the semicircle drill, even though I'm only using 3 balls here. And these are going to be a series of short draw shots. In the second half of the video, I'll talk about how to perfect these shots. I also did a video that is all about this type of shot and how you can get it into your game. Next, we have the side pocket shot on the 8-ball, which we talk about a lot in a previous video. I'm going to put low left on this. Now, some of you guys get squeamish when you see these shots where we go close to the side pockets, but I did get greedy here, play it all the way over to get a straight shot on the 9. I have a very good idea where the balls are going to go, especially on this table. So that's how we play this. This one gets a little bit more tricky. You guys have seen this shot before. We're going to hit a reverse bank on the 1-ball, go around the table, and come back down to get on the 2-ball. I've put this shot in a number of videos recently. It's one of my favorite shots, and it's not a layup by any stretch of the imagination. I shot 50 of these the other night and made 35 of them. So even for myself, who shoots a lot of these reverse banks, this is not an easy bank. And then we played a 3-4. The 4 was wired for the side pocket. The 3 tangent line ran straight down table. So we gave ourselves an opportunity to make both balls, but get position on the 5 at the same time in case we rattled it, which is going to happen a lot when you're shooting a shot like that. So high right on the 5-ball. We're going to get a little exotic on the 6 and try to knock the 8 off the rail. So I did a video about nudges, and that was one of those attempts there. If I could nudge that 8-ball, I could freeze the cue ball there and leave the cue ball sitting there for that easy shot on the 7. But it wasn't that difficult a shot. We're going to shoot a long draw shot on this to get on the 9. And just a heads up, guys, on the second half of the video, I'll put the diagrams on the screen so you can see exactly what kind of English I'm putting on each of these shots. When we talk about English, we are talking about cue ball spin. This diagram is very similar to a previous one, and we're going to come this time around the 8-ball because the 8-ball is in a different position here. It's the same reverse bank. I like this shot for a zillion reasons. I'm going to have a video coming out on bank shots very soon, and I'll tell you all the reasons why I love those reverse banks. But in the meantime, we're going to play the same shot on this 3-4. I'm going to shoot a stun shot here because it gives me 2 opportunities. Either the 3 goes and I'm on the 5, or the 3 stays on the table and I have an easy shot to get on the 5. So a little bit of left-hand spin there. We're going to get very nice position on the 5. And now we're going to hit this with high left to come out and get perfect position on the 6-ball. Now, even though the 7 is sitting in the pocket, guys, I did a whole video on pocket hangers and how you need to play position even though you have a pocket hanger. Why? Because you want to get position on the 8-ball in this situation. So by getting where I got on the 7, we get easy position on the 8. I'm just going to knock this in, let the cue ball come down table to give me a shorter shot, and we will be out with this 9-ball. So What we're going to do now is just go into a little bit more detail with each one of these shots so you guys have an understanding of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So this is our first run. This is a very difficult draw shot. I talked to a couple APA 7s who don't have this shot in their game. You are drawing the ball back into the short rail, left hand spin, come down table. We nudge the 9 off the rail. When we can, we take some balls off the rail now and then. But I actually nudged the 9 for illustration purposes because we did a video about nudging. So I just wanted to show you how you can freeze the cue ball by using other balls to stop it. And in that case, the 9 ball was our stopper. And once again, we have a pocket hanger, but we are playing position. We want to get on the underside of this 5 ball. So now we can shoot a series of very easy draw shots. Those of you who don't have this type of position, speed control, and short draw shot in your game, this is all about follow through. Look how softly I'm hitting these balls to get this position. When you can shoot these draw shots with a soft stroke, you can get better position. And once again, I am going to play this 8 ball with low left-hand spin, get real greedy to get straight in on this 9 ball. If you're scared of those side pockets, I know a lot of you are, you can just hit it more conservatively and don't worry about scratching. As I said, you become very familiar with where that ball is going to go. And here we have our reverse bank. We are going to put high right-hand spin on this 1 ball to transfer English, to bring it back into the pocket, and at the same time take the cue ball around the table. As I mentioned, I've probably put this shot in 6 different videos because I think it is one of the most fun shots, and it is a very valuable shot because if you get that shot down, and like I said, I'm probably a little bit better than 50% in making it, but you can get everywhere on the table from that shot. So that's one of the reasons I like those reverse banks. This one, we're just going to tap in, left-hand spin. We come over once again and get greedy on the 5 ball. High right-hand spin. You can see I'm pointing out where I want to get on this 6 ball. We don't want to play zone, guys. We want to get very specific positions. And now I'm just going to take this up and back so we can get an easy shot on the 6 after taking an opportunity to hit the 8 ball. In a match, I probably would not have shot to hit that 8 ball, but I wanted to show you guys that nudges can actually be very valuable in freezing the cue ball for you, because if we hit the 8, not only do we take it off the rail, but we also freeze the ball there to get position on the 7. So we had a lot of opportunities on that 7 ball. I wasn't worried about where we might end up. And then high left-hand spin to make that ball off the rail, the 9 ball. So here's a similar layout. All of the same tools apply here. High right-hand spin, transferring the opposite spin to the 1 ball to bring it back to this corner pocket. You can see I hit this very softly, guys, to get around table. When you're putting that much high right or high left on a shot with running English, you are going to get around the table very easily. And one of the things that a lot of you intermediate and low intermediate players should take from these runs is how softly I'm hitting each one of these shots. You don't need to bang the balls, guys, to get all over the table. So that was a high left-hand position on this 5 ball. I'm just going to lob it down table. There's a little bit of left-hand spin on this to straighten it out, and we will get position on this 6. Once again, 7 ball is in the pocket, but you want to get position on it that is going to allow you to move right in line with this 8 ball. We did a video on pocket hangers. I'll try to put a link in this video, and you guys will have an understanding of why we play position on pocket hangers. This shot is all about getting a little bit closer to the 9, and we don't get greedy. I could have played that with high left. It would have been acceptable, but we knew we were going to make this shot. This is high left actually to make the ball and put us in position for a run out. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit us in the comments, tell us what you thought of the video, and have a great day.